let's get started. It's a best of 5 between NRG and Denial with the commentary. It's going to be Wave Punk and Findable Carpet.
It is a great day for some Rocket League here at DFH Stadium. The Egg people have packed this stadium. You can see just not an empty seat in the house, and I cannot wait for this G2. Oh, G2's later today. Dang it, already did it. NRG versus Denial is the other undefeated team that we're going to see here at the beginning of the day. How you doing, Carpet?
I'm doing pretty good, and watching a team like this, especially when your old teammate is now on your opponent's team, you know, it's kind of like you used to hang out with your friends in the lunch area, and then you go separate ways, you make new friends, and you see your old friends hanging out with their new friend, and then all of a sudden a food fight breaks out. This game is the equivalent of that food fight.
This is the Rocket League food fight. I like it. And I think it is exactly like you said. This match in particular has meaning for Sad Jr. to prove to NRG that they made the wrong choice in dropping him and picking up Garrett G. While for NRG, this match is just another match on their road to being undefeated and being the three-peat North American champions. So they need to be looking out for Denial, because upset alert city here. We'll see if they're able to do it in match number 1. It'll be NRG in the blue with Denial in the orange. You can see Sad Jr. has switched back to his Dominus after playing with the Endo last week. See if it does better for him here. As Jacob is pushing up into the corner, Garrett will set it high on the backboard. Corrupted G will play it back down to Sad Jr. It's a nice touch down into the blue. Now watch up on the wall. Jacob already in there again. That'll be NRG moving back onto offense as they push it onto the backboard, but a lack of presence will give ball control back to Denial. And Sad Jr. will try to play this one around out to Corrupted G. He wins it past Fireburner. Here comes Denial on offense.
Jacob, a last man standing, but doesn't seem to be much of an effort for him. Denial nearly getting punished in the first 20 seconds of the game. Their defense really struggled in the first 20 seconds, but since then, they've kept their cool and they've reorganized.
Sad Jr. onto the backboard, uncontested. Garrett will get the touch just off of the rebound and be able to play that one down. Jacob tried to slow it down, but Sad Jr. had enough of that. Took him out of the field. Lethimer gains ball control, pushes it back into the blue corner.
Oh, not a great touch there from Sad Jr. That's going to be right back onto target. It's going to give Garrett G all the passing opportunity. Just a bit high. Can Fireburner get this to Jacob? Will he put it on target? Just a bit too high.
Trying to play it out. Almost so many opportunities there for NRG. They were not able to capitalize. As Corrupted will send it back into the middle. Lethimer, the pinch out and into the blue. 3:34 left to go in game number 1. Still scoreless here in this first game of Denial versus NRG. Garrett out to Jacob. Jacob misses the touch off the wall. That'll leave it for Lethimer to put it onto the backboard. 2 players up, and Fireburner will get the touch. Sends it back out to midfield. But that strong, hard clear gives it straight back to Sad Jr. Now I'll be able to hold on to ball control for now. Keep this offensive going, see if they can get a shot on target. So far, the backboard defense for NRG has been spot on.
Yeah, it's been nearly flawless, but they know they have really no choice. They're buying themselves some time. You know, you mentioned that they're just hard clearing it straight back out to Denial, but it's letting them gather some boost and get ready for a real offensive push. With right now, we're seeing them. Can Jacob get it past?
Corrupted G, very critical 50-50 to win. He gets that one, and Denial's back up on offense. Garrett needs to play this one. He does high, very well played. And Corrupted G will get demoed in front of the net. Lethimer will trade it 1 for 1 on the demos. Now the ball rolling back around. Can Lethimer play it across his own net? He does. Fireburner waiting for it. Predicted where it would land. But it turns out Sad Jr. up to Corrupted G. Almost a nice shot. Sad Jr. going to make a follow-up. It bounces down into the box. Corrupted G with a follow-up again. So many opportunities here for Denial, but there's nothing finding the back of the net.
Which we knew was going to be something they'd have to overcome. The shot accuracy of Lethimer might be low. I'm glad they're putting up the power shots and they're able to get it. And the accuracy is actually on point. They're just not able to get it past the defender.
So much good setup. Oh, and this is a breakaway opportunity. Can they move up quickly? Nobody on Denial confident enough to tackle that one. And it'll move backwards as Lethimer, straight back into the hands of NRG. He'll play this one straight down the field. Sad Jr. now to the side. 1:52 left to go. Still scoreless in game number 1. A very defensive game here between these two squads. Jacob only has to beat one player in the back, plays it over the top, it goes off the crossbar. Fireburner misses the defense from Denial. A bit haphazard, but still lack of accuracy on NRG keeps us scoreless here.
Something we are actually pretty surprised to see here, knowing that NRG has such a high shooting percentage coming into this series. But as much control as Denial has on offense, NRG has the same amount of control on defense. They really haven't struggled to make any of these saves.
Lethimer going to try and play this one down. Jacob making it dangerous for him. As we approach the final minute of game number 1, it's looking like it's going to be a 1-goal game. As Corrupted D takes a light shot towards the net, Garrett G will play it away. Now Sad Jr. up to Corrupted G. He looks to back pass but misses. Sad Jr. will move up off of the situational fake. Lethamer onto the backboard, but Garrett G there again. NRG's backboard defense time and time again, right where they need to be to remove the threat of the bounce shot. Now Fireburner looking to set this one out towards Jacob. Carries it off the wall. Lethamer's there, does not go through. Oh, he does get the block. Gets it away. And now Corrupted G trying to win this one out, but Jacob keeps it on the ground in a dangerous place. Fireburner's in the air, and it's stolen by Lethamer off to the side. Final 30 seconds of game number 1. Jacob in the air, shoots towards the net. It goes wide. Garrett G off of the corner. Can they finish this? Fireburner shot does not go through Sad Jr. 23 seconds left, and we're still scoreless.
All the thoughts so good, but the execution just a bit short of actually putting it in. So many opportunities from NRG just falling shy. They're getting it past them. So many backboard touches. Unannounced, and there it is!
Fireburner puts it in. There's 8 seconds left in the game, and that's probably going to do it.
Finally, after all these unanswered backboard touches, they were able to put one in. Fireburner with the power and accuracy. Tight angle as well. With only 8 seconds left, I don't see Denial able to pull this one out.
They finally are able to get a shot on target. Strong enough that the defenders could knock it up and into the air. And as Fireburner plays this one out into the front, Garrett tries to shoot. Final second. Denial can keep this one up. They have the opportunity. The pass out. Sad Jr. towards the net. Jacob, oh my goodness, it was an interesting situation there. Almost materialized into a goal. Was wide of the net. Fireburner will put it down. NRG will take game number 1.
Closer game than expected. That was a 1-0 on the desk. They were expecting a 3-0 stomp. And that game couldn't have been any closer to not being a 3-0 stomp. NRG being 8 seconds away from not clinching that victory in regulation time. We see a lot of shots from them. 6 shots, 1 goal. Not the accuracy we expected coming in. 40% from Jacob coming into this game. That's not what we expect.
Yeah, there's 6 shots and then 5 saves on the side of Denial, but we saw plenty of those shots that it wasn't a defender getting in the way. It was just it hitting the corner, hitting the crossbar, hitting the post. Now, not accurate on either side of the ball here. Both these teams, as you said, you pointed out in the middle of the match, excellent setups, excellent transitions from defense to offense, and creating awesome opportunities to shoot, but just not able to put the shot into the net.
And a lot of what I saw out of Denial, as you mentioned, NRG had fantastic backboard defense. They were just taking everything, clearing it right back out without even trying. I want to see Denial do a lot more midfield plays. Yes, NRG is coming out of net, but if they do some midfield passes and force someone to come out in the middle, then maybe they'll have more opportunity to put on the backboard afterwards. But if you throw it to the backboard when everyone's kind of poised and ready for it, it's just not going to do it, especially against NRG. They're all so confident on that back wall, and they get so many hard, well-placed clears from it as well.
One thing I appreciated seeing from Denial here was a bit of an extended offensive. They were able to, even in the situations when Garrett was clearing it away, able to keep the ball in NRG's half and push it up. One of the things I noticed them struggling with last week was backing off too quickly. If they didn't score on their very first offensive drive, they weren't going to score at all. They just gave the ball control back to their opponents. So it's good to see them tightening up their offensive rotations. Let's see if they can capitalize finally on one of them and put the ball into the net, get a goal here in the series. Game number 2 underway. NRG with the 1-game lead after a very close defensive game. Garrett going to try and mind game Corrupted G, try to juke it around him, but Corrupted G wins out 2 50-50s in a row. And it'll be Jacob playing that one down towards Fireburner. Garrett G towards the backboard. Can he finish off his own setup? No, it'll be Sad Jr. who clears it away. Lethamer meets Fireburner in the air. It'll be Sad Jr. playing this one down. Bit of a messy situation there with Lethamer and Jacob, but Garrett G moves in quickly to fill in that gap. Try and push this one through. Sad Jr. They slowed this one down here. Denial almost fakes out Jacob there. It's a nice idea, but did not work out. Now Denial in the corner. Nobody with obvious ball control at the moment. As Fireburner and Jacob both missed that one, Jacob has to make the play across his own goal. Garrett will pick it up in the midfield. And now Corrupted G straight up like a rocket to try and play that one away.
2 in the corner, they have to be careful. Lethamer is faced the wrong direction in the middle. They're able to get a hard clear, which NRG can seemingly do from almost anywhere in their own half. They're going to have to be careful. And again, no threats yet. We've seen a lot of possession on offense for Denial, but none of these shots, there's been no shots for them yet. Nothing's been even a threat to NRG at the moment.
Corrupted G in the corner. 3:32 left to go in game number 2. Sad Jr. misses on the wall. Fireburner plays it towards the net. But Soft and Corrupted G will play this one slowly around the corner past Garrett. Can he get it past Jacob? He just lofts it straight up, punts it, and he's going to try and follow up his own touch. Sends it over to the side. Fireburner will play this one off the wall, back into the middle. Jacob goes up to see if he can set this one up. Surprisingly gets the turnaround. Fireburner takes the shot. What was this pass from Jacob?
It's incredible. We've seen it from him time and time again. He gets one touch, follows it through, and gets just one more. Leathermere had no clue what was about to happen with that. He tried to predict the bounce off the backboard, and Fireburner read his teammate well, able to follow suit, and all the delayed touches from NRG leading up to that. The previous 3 touches, they'd go for the ball to force Denial to back off. They knew they were first there, but then they'd sit and wait.
Very close situation there for Denial. So they almost get one. Corrupted G with another opportunity. Shot is soft and wide. And it will stay in the blue as Garrett G was not anticipating to come in. Here's another opportunity blocked away by Fireburner. It goes out into the middle. Corrupted G out. As the ball was cleared into his corner. He'll move it laterally. Caddy corner. Sad Jr. with a nice setup. Corrupted G in the air. Jacob did not make contact, but Corrupted G not able to send it on target. Fireburner will play this one slowly past Lethamer. A great dribble play. Can he get it past 2? No. Corrupted G will tackle. Lethamer picks it up, drives it down the field, out to Corrupted G. Can he play it through? It's past 1, but Fireburner will get it and put it back out to midfield.
I liked Corrupted G's positioning there, though. He did wait, assuming the 50-50 would happen. If he just had a little more pace on that, he potentially could have outplayed the goalie. Garrett G goes for the fake and almost gets one more touch.
Close one there. Corrupted G plays it away. Lethamer gets it past Fireburner, but an open net for Jacob. The 50-50 with Corrupted G will remove that opportunity. But still a dangerous situation. Fireburner in the air, not able to get it through Corrupted G. 2 minutes remaining in the game, and Denial still trailing by 1. A total of 2 goals have been scored in this series. It's been very defensive. Fireburner looks to make it 3. It's on the backboard once more. Still in a nice spot for Garrett, who puts it off the crossbar again. Jacob's upside down and misses the ball control, but Corrupted G is demoed before he can get the breakaway. Oh man, NRG dodging a bullet.
Panic on both sides. Denial struggled really hard during that last push. 2 going up for that last touch, but NRG hitting the crossbar just too many times.
Fireburner will play that one down. Lethamer onto the wall. Jacob misses. Lethamer waits this one. I don't think he expected to gain ball control there. He fully anticipated Jacob to have that one. Sad and Corrupted G will both commit to that pinch, and this is in a nice spot if Lethamer had been able to rotate in. But he and Corrupted G on top of each other once more. It's the 2nd time in a row we've seen 2 Denial players up for the same ball. Not the sort of stuff you want to be able to see.
Yeah, being a goal down with a minute left, you know they want to make every opportunity they can, but the moment you dedicate too much is the moment this becomes a 2-goal game. You have to be safe until you see the opportunity.
It was a brilliant tackle by Garrett G just to break up Lethamer's shot. Seen a nice opportunity in the midfield. Final minute of game number 2. And NRG leading by 1 game, looking to make it 2 here. As they move this down the field, Lethamer's going to try, create a shot opportunity. Corrupted G in the air, just losing 50-50s right now is the story for Denials. They are not able to get anything going. There it is on their backboard, uncontested again. Jacob hanging in the back, playing smart, realizing they don't need the goal to win right now, even though that was a nice scoring opportunity. Fireburner will play this one down, see if he can increase the lead. The 1 goal is enough to get the win, but 2 would make it nice and comfortable. Jacob's going to play it past his teammate. Sad Jr. with the save. Final 10 seconds of game 2. It's flying up the field towards Sad Jr., but Fireburner will clear it away. It's onto the backboard. He gets a demo onto the 1 Denial player in the area. It'll touch the ground. Garrett G will put a buzzer beater in just to secure it, and that's 2 games in the lead now for NRG.
At the moment, it just feels like Denial's being outpaced. So many times, they feel like they have room to breathe. They're trying to slow the play down, so they touch it out in front of him to get ready for a second touch. And as soon as they do, someone from NRG is there to either contest it or just beat them to the ball. We see them trying to do some cross-field passes as well. Just there towards the end, a pass up to Sad Jr. But Sad Jr. was so incredibly far. It was so easy for NRG to read and intercept that pass. They're not following up their touches. They're clearing it from their half to the other without anyone being able to follow that or even contest it for 50-50. So a lot of these balls are going completely unanswered as well. They're clearing completely unanswered balls, which then just get cleared right back.
Exactly.
And NRG, since they have the pace on them right now, they're in their groove. They're able to just contest, and then they just keep gaining more and more ground. Yep. At that point, you want to gain ground and keep possession in your opponent's half, and NRG just had full control that entire game.
Absolutely. The hard clears are only effective if they're putting them into a position where the enemy is not into a corner they're not sitting in, or to a position position where you have a teammate who's already waiting upfield for it. Otherwise, the hard clears are literally just buying time for your team to kind of get situated on your side because you're sacrificing ball control straight back to the other team. And then in the situations where we were seeing Denial up and contesting, they were losing their 50-50s consistently. And this NRG team, we saw at least 3 opportunities where it was like, they're sloppy. They should have been able to put a shot in the net, and they're missing them. NRG's giving them room to breathe, and Denial has not been able to capitalize on it and even score yet in this series.
Yeah, it seems like they're spreading out a bit too much, and then on defense, they're not capitalizing from going defense to offense. But I think it comes to, as you mentioned, there were a few times we'd see 2 people going for the same ball. It happened several times last game, and that one tiny mistake ruins any opportunity of you going from defense to offense, because now that guy that was set on that's on defense, he's last one. He can't come up, or else he's leaving you completely open for anyone from offense to try and come in for it. So he has to play it much more safe. He has to go for the contest, or has to try and get a hard clear, which then you might not be able to follow up. It also comes to clearing placements. NRG will always clear it at least towards an ally or someone on their team, so that then they can continue with the play. Whereas Denial, sometimes I feel like they're just clearing to an empty area where no one's there to follow it up.
Right now, Denial is on the verge of being not just swept, but completely shut out in a series. But I don't believe, I might need confirmation of this, but I don't believe this has happened yet in RLCS, where a team has not scored a single goal in the entire series. We'll have to get confirmation on that.
I can't confirm nor deny, Wave.
We cannot. We will find out. But it would be a monumentous feat either way if NRG is able to completely shut out Denial here, if they were to get the win here in Game 3. Not allow Denial to score. Rough first minute here. Fireburner could score this one, but Lethimer will block it away. And now Jacob coming off the wall. He's going to play this one slow. What a play. The set out to the middle, and Fireburner will put it upper 90. Great play by NRG.
This is what I mean by slowing the play down and just doing what they don't expect. Instead of getting that first hit with both Sad Jr. and Corrupted G expected, he waited for it. He forced them to try and make a late decision, and then he flicked it over both of their heads. Gorgeous pass to his teammate.
Fantastic play. And that was a Season 2 NRG play there. Jacob to Fireburner. Jacob with the setup of Fireburner with the finish. These teammates have been playing together so long, know everything about it, about that synergy. And now Jacob going to come up into the corner, trying to pressure again. We have seen NRG score more quickly in every game. Garrett in the air, 3 players up for Denial. And it'll be NRG trying to play this one through. They get another goal in as Garrett G finishes it off. 2-0 NRG.
2-0 with only a minute 20 in, and that's that turnaround. Fireburner flicking that right over the crossbar. Lethimer really should have had that. I assume he lacked boost a little bit, or he just mispredicted it, but that wasn't too difficult for a player with the skill of Lethimer, and he wasn't able to reach it in time, so it just rolled right in front.
2-0 now for NRG, as they have slowly, systematically become more and more deadly in this series. This is the best they have looked all series, which is not good news for Denial. Here's an opportunity. Corrupted G drops it in on the double tap, but Jacob right in net pulls it away, and you see no panic on the side of NRG. They let Jacob move it out. The other 2 players cool and calm and collected in their goal. Waiting for this one to move out. Now Garrett G in the back. Now was able to gain ball control, push it back out, but look at that hard clear. The boomer from Garrett. Can he finish it off? Was not expecting to get a second touch off of that one. Fireburner will look to keep this offensive going, so he plays it back into the box, straight across the net. And now down and away by Denial. Hard cleared into the back. They moved up alongside it, but Garrett G gets it past 1. Corrupted into the corner. Plays it off the backboard. A nice setup there. Can they finish? Lethimer almost finishes it off, but not able to. Sad Jr. tries to play it high and away. Over the top of Jacob. Garrett G's there. Up towards his teammate. Corrupted G plays it out and away now. Halftime approaching here in game number 3. Denial still yet to score.
I think you hit the nail on the head there, Wave. Talking about how calm and collected NRG is on defense, which I think corresponds to trust as well. Every time anything comes as a threat, they know exactly who's in what position, who can take control, and in Denial sometimes it seems the opposite. Someone does get a hard clear, but someone doesn't really trust that clear as much, so they don't chase it up, they don't follow it up, or they don't get ready for the pass.
Oh, dangerous situation for Denial. Very own goalie situation. They could have easily put it in their own net, but they dodged that one, keep it away. With 2 minutes left, they're only down by 2. At this point, just getting a goal in the series would be a victory for Denial. This one in a dangerous spot. Corrupted G will block that at the last possible second, not give Fireburner the 3rd goal for his team. Sad Jr. playing this one up. Corrupted G tries to get it, but losing the 50-50 once again. NRG, such dominance on this pitch right now. 1:45 left to go. Still very reasonable score line for Denial to come back into this game, but with the way they've been playing and having yet to score, there's not much to hang hope on right now.
They only have 2 shots on net right now, and they haven't scored yet in the entire series, so it's got to feel a little defeated. And there again, 2 going for the same shot. Corrupted G and Leathermere. Now Sad Jr. came out of net. It's going to be a wide open net for Garrett to sneak it in before Corrupted G gets back.
Finishes it off, just putting nails in the coffin at this point. And you said it, there was 2 players who went up for that shot. They had so much time to figure that one out. There was nobody pressuring them. They were right in the midfield with the ball, and still a double commitment on offense. That's not the sort of communication you want to be seeing from players at this level. They should easily in that situation be able to figure out who's taking the shot and who's not. And we're still seeing them on top of each other, not trusting themselves the way that we were just talking about NRG is doing.
It's just unexpected as well. I mean, these have been close games up until this final one. Almost one point or 1 goal the first game, 2 goals, but the last one was scored in the last few seconds of the second game. And now this one finally getting a little out of hand, 3 goals. So Denial just, it seems like they're not ramping up while NRG is.
They certainly are. NRG looking to try and make RLCS history. Still waiting on 100% confirmation that this has never happened, but as people that have watched every single series, I'm pretty sure we would remember a complete shutout. At this point, Denial, to just take away that record from them would be a victory. 34 seconds left to make it happen as they fly this one down the field. The defense for NRG, very calm and collected, moving around as a unit, trusting each other to make the touches they need to, and then able to aggressively push out on offense even when they don't need it here. 20 seconds left on the clock, and Denial just in such a bad situation. They missed the final defense. Fireburner will put it away. This is going to be a sweep for NRG.
Junior tried to get a little bit of vengeance by getting a demolition on Jacob after that beautiful pass. He's just been a passing machine this series, and that will make it 10 shots to 2 right now from NRG to Denial. They are just absolutely shutting them out from offense.
As we said at the beginning, NRG has slowly, systematically broken down the way Denial plays and figured them more and more out with every single game. And as this clock ticks down, they look to make history here as Jacob carry it across. Can they kill this ball? That's all it's got to do is touch the ground, and the complete shutout will happen. Jacob will slam it to the ground, and that's it. NRG with the complete perfect shutout of Denial.
Going in strong at the very first game of the day. NRG come out 3-0 in that first series. That is what the devs predicted. It looked a little close in the beginning, though, nearly going into overtime. That last goal happening with what I think was 8 seconds left in the game. But Denial was just outpaced and outpositioned. NRG was always in between their passing plays, always in the way, always beating them to the ball. As you mentioned, they were winning almost every 50-50 for a while. They just really had that game.
Absolutely. They certainly did. A beautiful exhibition by the reigning North American champions there on their road to try and get the 3-peat here. They now improved to 3-0. They are still undefeated in North America. And for more information on this match, let's send it back to the desk. Axel Toss, back to you.
Thank you, Wavepunk and Findable Carpet. NRG picking up where they left off from week 1, getting a nice sweep there, not even allowing a single goal over Denial. Super impressive play.
They slapped them. They slapped them. They beat them pretty bad.
Yeah, it was rough. It started off a little bit cleaner. Games kept close like they like to do, but as soon as NRG started, Cobb was on the job.
Oh, yes, he was.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yes, he was.
Those passes.
Now, in speaking toward that match as a whole, we saw those first 2 games. It was just a 1-0 victory. Does that show maturity from NRG where they were kind of comfortable the whole time and they didn't necessarily need to score a lot?
We saw in the first week in both of the series that they played that even though they were dominating the pace of the game, and I'm especially thinking against Set to Destroy, they dominated the pace of the game, but they still didn't have a huge goal differential.
Right.
But Carpet mentioned it. Those guys are cool as cucumbers. They do not panic, especially the way Fire was playing was just so impressive. But Fireburner stepping up, Jacob, the king of assists, that one in the final 8 seconds to seal the victory. That's when NRG started to heat up.
Yeah, you and I were talking, this looks like old school NRG with passes from Cobb up to Fireburner, and then Fireburner's placements, always like with enough power. I think a lot of that has to do with the Batmobile, but the precision on the shot, always top left or in a picking a corner, like very difficult to save. There's another one on the post.
He wields that Batmobile well. And Fireburner, I predicted him to be MVP in NA this season, and this is the kind of dynamic that he needs to accomplish that, is get Cobb back into the passing game. Look at all these passes. That air roll pass right there, that was an air roll pass. Yeah. He air rolled and used his joystick to get that extra little nudge.
We mentioned it too, like even Axel was saying, like, before, like, anytime you see Cobb start an air roll, look out. It's like iconic now. He's going to do something when he hits that air roll. It's either goals or passes. Something's going to happen.
Yeah, he had to time that air roll perfectly in order to get that extra little bit of power. Like, the timing on that was nuts. And Jacob last season, he was the assist leader for NRG. He was the current goal leader coming into this week of league play. That's going to change, obviously, but still, what, 4 or 5 assists for Jacob?
It's not bad.
Absolutely killed it.
And in that sense, NRG, they're done for this weekend. They're going to be pretty happy getting a full sweep there over Denial. How do you think they're feeling going into midseason mayhem, going into the remainder of league play? They're sitting nice at 3-0.
They're sitting nice at 3-0, but they still have some big series ahead of them. They haven't played Selfless, and they haven't played G2. And that right now, those are looking like the big 3 teams in North America. And even Atelier, their offense is very powerful. But I think NRG, they have to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, we came in this week knowing that they were going to be one of our top 4. And they're playing like it. It's just a matter of, in games like this is when they can really separate themselves, and they're trying to do that. They're taking those wins that we kind of have expectations that they're going to take. Now it's just a matter of if they can keep that strong. I mean, they're going into technically like a bye week again, undefeated. So they've got to be feeling good.
And I love how they continued improving throughout the series. In that last game, it was just a very smooth victory there. So congrats to NRG going undefeated so far in RLCS. We're going to keep it going here and take a short break. But remember, we got a lot more Rocket League coming into your direction. We'll see if Denial can bring it back a little bit. They have not yet scored, but coming up next, Denial is going to be playing up against Set to Destroy. We'll be right back from twitch.tv/Rocket League.